Hello, it's Kome, your real estate explorer, and today you're watching True Star Television, bringing you Lands and Creeps. Lands and Creeps is a program where we don't just tell you things, but we also show you. So, what do we mean by show you? We take you to the site where you see it live and direct. Now, today we're going to talk about government acquisition and the importance of land survey. Now, a lot of people, you get a land, and at the end of the day, your property is demolished, and you begin to wonder, what sin did I commit? Why? Is it based on my tribe, or is it based on because I did not settle the right set of people? It is because when you were buying this land, you did not check whether it is a committed land or not. You did not check whether it had papers or what it was designated for. So today at Lands and Creeps, we're going to be talking about government acquisition and also the survey plan and the importance of employing the services of a licensed surveyor. So stay tuned, don't go away. When we come back, we're going to talk about government acquisition and the importance of the survey plan. Stay tuned, don't go away. Now, welcome back. I still remain Kome, your real estate explorer, and today we're talking about government acquisition. Now, how do we come about government acquisition? Prior to 1978, all lands were vested in the hands of traditional rulers, and it was causing a lot of issues. When government want to acquire lands for their own specific use, it was causing issues. Then in 1978, your Obasanjo regime changed everything. It overhauled every land arrangement, and it came up with the Land Use Act of 1978, which stated that all lands shall now henceforth be vested in the hands of the government. Now the government becomes what we call the freeholder. Now, although in some areas or some parts of Lagos you still have some lands vested in the hands of the traditional rulers as freeholders, but in our subsequent editions we'll be talking about that. But today we're talking about government acquisition. There are two types of government acquisition, and these acquisitions are: one, the global acquisition, and two, the committed acquisition. Global acquisition is also known as compulsory acquisition. These are lands that the government has acquired for itself for specific use, but have future plans for them. These are the kind of lands that you can buy, and through a process known as regularization, you can free from the hands of government. These are safe lands. But when you're talking about committed lands, these are lands that the government already has plans for, and there is nothing on earth that will change the minds of government to give up those lands. These are lands that have been earmarked for government estates, markets, roads, schools, pipelines, etc. These are lands that when you buy them, you are on your own. Let's be straight with it. You are on your own. When you buy such lands, there are no papers for it. They cannot approve those papers. So in some places, you go to some areas, you see houses under high tension wires. Those lands do not have, those properties do not have any documents. So if you're going to buy something from such people, at the end of the day, you have no papers. Those are the properties that are demolished from time to time. So you need to avoid such lands. Now, what do we mean by regularization? Now, regularization means that you are acquiring the land from the government. It is a process whereby illegal owners of lands are given the opportunity to obtain a legal title to the land encroached or trespassed upon from the state government. But when you're doing regularization, it must be subject to 7 conditions. And these conditions are: 1, that the property must not be situated in a government scheme, estate, or committed area. Number 2, the property must be situated within an area that conforms to urban and regional planning regulations and standards of that state. That the appropriate setback of the land must be observed. Also, the appropriate distances must be maintained. Distance from canals, NNPC pipelines, gas pipelines, NEPA transformers, high tension wires, water pipelines, and other restrictions. The land must not fall on road alignment. The land must not fall within a government area, a government committed area. So once you follow this kind of regularization, then you know that your land is free. What you are buying is free from government acquisition. So we're going to talk about the survey plan and why you need a surveyor to help you chart your land before buying. So stay tuned and don't go away. Thank you. Now, this is a very important area concerning real estate. There are so many people who have bought lands, but they don't have survey plans. They don't see any reason why they need a survey plan. They go and buy land from Omonile. Omonile will sell land to you that is in a committed area, and you will buy it and you go home like that. All they will tell you is that go and build something around it. And you see a lot of people building shops. They just build shop, fence it, and believe they have secured their land, without knowing that these lands are committed lands. This land may even belong to somebody who already has a survey plan, who already has a document. But because you refuse to call a licensed surveyor to help you to check if the land is free or not, you just go and pay. Then you'll be looking for people at the land registry to bribe so that they'll give you papers. And at the end of the day, after 10-15 years, they come and demolish your property, and you start shouting and crying and say it's the work of enemies. It is not the work of enemies, it is the work of ignorance. And now, what is a survey plan? A survey plan is a document that measures the boundary of a parcel of land to give an accurate measurement and description of that land. Now, the people that handle surveys are the land surveyors, and they are regulated by the office of the surveyor general in that state as it relates to survey issues. Now, mind you, you have to be very careful. You need a licensed surveyor to help you to do your survey. Survey plans is more than just length times breadth. You also use angle to measure survey plan. Now, so many of us, so many people, they go and meet quack surveyors to do survey plan for them. When a surveyor tells you that to do a survey plan in a place like Etiosa local government where it is 1 million naira, of which a mandatory fee of about 800,000 is paid to the government, somebody will go and meet a quack surveyor that will do his survey plan for 600,000. And at the end of the day, your plan is not registered. Then you start complaining. It is the day you want to even sell your land that you will know that you do not have a survey plan, that it is just paper they give to you. But our professional surveyor will tell you more about survey plans. Now, a survey plan must contain the following information: the name of the owner of the land surveyed, the address or description of the land surveyed, the size of the land surveyed, the drawn out portion of the land surveyed and mapped out on the survey plan document, then the beacon numbers. The surveyor who drew up the survey plan and the date it was drawn up. Then there is a stamp showing the land is either free from government acquisition or not. If you have a survey plan that is not stamped showing that your land is free from government acquisition, you have what we call a provisional survey. Your survey is not registered. So stay tuned as we go to the show segment where you will hear it from the lips of a licensed surveyor who will tell you more about the survey plan, why you need to chart your land before buying. So let's go to the site in our show segment where you will hear more on the survey plan. Thank you.